Dan here, East Beach Shop. So, today, I had a thought the other day while I was, in the office in the shower. And this is the topic. Sometimes, what is it? You got to be wrong to be right. I thought to myself, right? And that's, I think, kind of a common thing. I've talked about it kind of before. We've touched on the past or everything. People are scared to work on hot rods or anything for that matter because they don't want to screw up. And luckily, I don't have that fear. I will mess anything up. And, we have it to the extreme because we put it out there on the internet. And, a lot of comments are good. I do appreciate a lot of them. And some people are just downright rude, which is fine. But you know what? You got to get out there and you got to do it. And that's what I always thought. We're out there. We're having fun. Ultimately, building a car is like a war. And, you don't win every single battle. But overall, hopefully you win in the end. And here we are. I don't know when this video is coming out. But tomorrow, hopefully I'm going on a bit of a ride with this thing. And we'll see if it makes it. But, hey, maybe I gotta be wrong a little bit more before I'm right. But this car, I wouldn't say it fought very hard, but there's definitely some hurdles along the way, and as always, the time crunch, which I kind of hate, but things went well enough. I said when I started building this thing, I wasn't going to kill myself to make a deadline. We did that twice last year with Power Tour and then Cruising the Coast, and they both worked out. Cars made it, no problem. And I was going to do another one. This one's just like a little road trip with my buddies, and I think the week after, if everything goes well, maybe we'll just go for a ride, me and Danny, to the mountains or something like that, just for fun. And because we haven't done anything this year. Yeah, we haven't done anything this year, and I'd like to put some miles on something, just kind of have some fun. So that is our plan. But along the way, I made some, I guess, bonehead mistakes. But I don't know if you want to call it a bonehead mistake if you don't know.
Because you don't know what you don't know.
Well, you don't know what you don't know. And, I mean, some people did put in the comments, well, read instructions or do this or do that and whatever. And I mean, I don't know if you guys have searched the internet, but sometimes there's conflicting ways of doing things. So what do you even do there, right? So the rear brakes is a perfect example. It had that emergency brake thing, you had to ratchet in and all this and that. Well, I have never done that before. I mean, I am a drum brake guy through and through, and that I understand front to back. And so many people are scared of drum brakes, and they're like, oh, whatever. And I remember at one time, I didn't know jack about, drum brakes. I take it apart, and Burr had to come and be like, oh, you did this wrong, you idiot, or whatever. And eventually now, I'm pretty confident in it. Well, now, I've done the disc brakes once, it'll probably be fine the next time. You know what I mean? And then the axles with the bearings and all that. I was like, oh, I'm panicking and this and that. Well, we figured it out. And it worked out, and here we are. It's all together. It's got a couple hundred miles on it. I just under it today. It ain't leaking. We're fine. Transmission was a good one. The gear vendor. So I learned a lot about speedometer gears. I think I probably talked about it in another video, but the housing is according to the gear or tooth size, which I had no idea. I thought the housing would be the same and you just slap in whatever gear you want, whether it's a 22 tooth or a 44 tooth, they all fit. Not the case. So anyways, here we were. It was a Saturday. I was trying to get the gear vendor in and all that. And the overdrive needs a signal for speed, so it'll kick in and out. So it's like an idiot situation. Obviously, the gear didn't fit in the existing housing I had, so I thought, I'll fix this. And I got out the drill, put it in the drill, and I just sanded it down until it fit. And it was a bit of a snug fit, but I was like, it should be fine. It's covered in transmission oil. As it turns out, it wasn't fine, and it broke. And that caused the gear vendors not to kick in and out. Now I'm mad. But all these little things were, mostly user-induced. So there was that. Yeah, so, I mean, sometimes you gotta be wrong to be right. But ultimately, I didn't just throw the towel and be like, well, trip's over. No, you just kind of keep going.
I think the other thing with that, too, is, it's okay to ask for help from people that have more knowledge. That doesn't mean that you're Jodo.
I am in no way too proud to ask anybody anything. And some people get all worried about that and stuff. And of course, the problem is the video goes out and then 50 people want to help. And I super appreciate it. But we're 3, 4, 5 videos ahead sometimes. That's just how it works. We have to film it, edit it, upload it. And I naturally keep working. So there are all sorts of great comments that I'm like, that would have made life much easier.
That's a great idea.
And I will do that next time. But this time, I didn't do it, and I put it out there, and it is what it is. And sometimes I think it's very humbling to kind of show your failures, and, keeps from getting a big hit, even though I am the talent. The other thing was name brand parts. Now I forget what we were talking about from that, but I wrote it in my phone and I said name brand parts. And what Danielle's laughing? What? Name brand parts. So here we are. I've had a bit of a fiasco with some stuff, or whatever. And this one, we had a master cylinder that didn't quite work. Everybody in the comments was telling me this and that and all these things, and I get it. Not everyone watches every minute of the video, but I had ordered a master cylinder for like a mid-70s Corvette manual disc setup. So like it was a factory GM part. That's what I wanted. Ordered it. Bam. It didn't work, and that was actually a huge part of why I was struggling with the back brakes. Ultimately, is because it didn't have any back brake pressure. So we put on a regular one. It's probably still a little screwy because it's going to have maybe a residual valve in there. I'm not really too sure, but whatever. It's working for now. And we're carrying on with life. But that took me down. So I bought that thing probably off Scamazon or Rock Auto or whatever it is. And nothing against those guys. They're just resellers. It was a Dorman part. And it was like $50. And it was junk right out of the box. Brand new junk. So obviously looking back now, for myself anyways, I mean, like a Willwood, master cylinder is probably $400. So that's a lot of money. But odds are, I hope, I've never had one, I've never had fancy stuff, but it would just work. It would have been out of the box, in there and working. Now, to me, I'm coming around to it where sometimes you got to pay a little bit more to have the right part that isn't going to screw you around, because for probably 2 or 3 days, I was screwing around with those brakes. A lot of it was off camera, and now it was like testing my patience. It wasn't fun. I'm getting angry. You only have, 15 days. Now you have 14, 13, 12. And you're like, what is going on? And I kept thinking it's, whatever. I don't understand it or any of these things. And in turn, it was the junk master cylinder. And looking back now, well, holy crap. If we could have done a couple more videos or something like that in that time, maybe it would have paid for that part or whatever it may have been. And I get my life back. And I'm not out here at 2 o'clock in the morning pulling my hair out, going through a gallon of brake fluid. Like, what's your time worth? So that's kind of that. Everything else I kind of bought has been, paying up now. I'm learning my lessons about motors, buying motors from John Cecil. Obviously, they're good guys. They stand behind their work. They make it happen. They come over and help me tune it up. They let me borrow stuff like carburetors and all these things. So you think you're spending a little bit more money up front to buy a known good motor, rebuilt motor, but down the road, A, it's going to work. B, if there's any problems, the guy is right there. He keeps answering his phone, John. I don't know why he does. I would stop answering, but he keeps answering and give me advice and all this stuff. Even though I keep making the same mistakes over, that's worth something. Versus you go buy a, Facebook Marketplace, known good, 450 horsepower, blah, 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 and you walk away, that guy is changing his number and blocking you on Facebook. And
how many times have we had that happen in the last 2 years?
Every time. Those LSs usually work out, stock LS motors. But I bought a few motors, and honestly, though, I will say, they've actually been good motors, but then I go ahead, I want to put a camshaft in it, and I buy a subpar camshaft, and, you put a $400 cam lifters in there, and it's junk, and that's why, John, he's putting $1,000 or $1,200 cam lifters in a motor. Guess what? 3 for 3 have all made it. Knock on fiberglass. You know what I mean? So there you are. You buy quality parts. It hurts up front, but long term, you're going. And I have so much more confidence in that stuff than I do the other junk out there. But there you have it. I just want to kind of address that real quick. Sometimes you got to be wrong to be right. I think that's kind of just, it works in everything. You got to screw things up. Yes, you can, I guess, research all these and that. Murr is a perfect example. He likes to research everything to the nth degree before he does one thing. I, on the other hand, jump in with both feet and hope for the best, and I will figure it out along the way. And sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. But you guys all watch. Now, Danny had a few things delivered here.
That were sent to us.
People were sent to us. So I thought we just...
Well, this one's already open, so open that one.
Oh,
I think
man.
You'll like it. Well, I think you'll like all of them. I don't know what they are, though. That one I know because I opened it.
Why'd you open it?
I wanted to know what it was.
Oh, it's a long note. Every hot rod needs some blue dot taillights. He ain't wrong. Here's a few sets for you. Easy to install. Just drill a hole. Yada, yada, yada. I'll read this later. Mark Love. Thanks, buddy. I have tools and spare room if you're traveling through Pittsburgh. Love the channel for its entertainment value. Ignore the whiners. There you go, whiners. Yes. That's awesome. This car's meant for it, right? Just a little
Ooh.
right there. So, oh man,
He hooked you up.
4 sets. Well, thank you, Mark, from Pennsylvania, Pittsburgh, Kentucky. It all blends together. Holy moly, you're gonna like this one.
Why am I gonna like it?
Cars.
Hot Wheels!
Oh man, look at that. It's that exact car out there.
I want to open it now then.
Dan Danny, just thought you guys would like this. I watch your content as it pops up on YouTube and really enjoy it. Keep up the good work and hope you get the new place soon. Well, Dale, we're working on it.
Big things are coming, Dale.
Big things are coming, Dale. Stay tuned.
Oh man.
Mid-September.
I will say I have packed away all of my Hot Wheel collection.
It's upside down. You're gonna drop it.
What is it? Oh,
is it a fancy Nomad? Oh, it's a sedan? What is it? Oh, no, it's a no.
Oh my gosh!
That thing's awesome. He didn't screw around with the bubble wrap.
Oh, look at this!
We should modify this one. That's badass.
Oh my gosh! This is so perfect.
Hold that. This is cool. Man, it's pretty, wow. We have so many Nomads.
Thank you so very much. Is it
Thanks,
Brian or Byron?
Byron, from Dale, from Byron, Georgia.
Dale from Byron. Well, my gosh, thank you. This is awesome. Yeah, my collection's gonna have a new home soon.
What else we got here? The trick is to cut towards yourself.
I feel like that's oh, okay, let's cut towards me.
Well, it's either towards you or towards me.
You are
I'm
the talent.
the talent and the brains of this operation.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. Was there a note here?
Oh my gosh.
I like how the internet gets jokes.
For those of you who don't know, you tell them.
Oh, I don't see a SHH. Oh, this is local. Souris, Manitoba, SHH. Well, whoever this was, did I miss a note?
Souris Home Hardware. So obviously, the guy that owns Souris Home Hardware.
Well, thank you very much. I went to Canadian Tire there not too long ago, and they wouldn't give me paint sticks.
It was like 4 months ago at this point.
No one forgets, Danielle. I bought paint, I think.
Yeah.
And then I asked for some. They gave me one stick. I said, "Well, can I get a few?" And they said no. I was like, "Okay."
Oh, now
We're set. Tom Jones from Tom Jones Inc.
The temptation to sing Tom Jones right now is so high, but
How do I open this?
can.
Why?
Because we get demonetized.
You would get demonetized. I would never. 55 Nomad book. Well, maybe I should be careful.
Ooh.
Man, we get so much Nomad stuff.
It's awesome. We're going to have to put up a whole display one day when we have room.
Good thing I didn't just stab in this. 2DD, I enjoy your vids. Thought you would like this Nomad mag. Gentle. Gentle. Man, this guy really packed. Oh, it's a vintage one. Look at that.
Ooh.
April of 1999.
Hey, that's yours.
That is mine. That is the best color of Nomad.
That is pretty darn cool.
Well, thank you. Oh, look at all this stuff. Buick cars for... Maybe there's antique cars for sale. Auburn parts. Buick parts. Man. Chevy parts. Chevy parts. Where's the Chevy cars? One Nomad. $1,800. Could you imagine? $19.99. That's probably still pretty expensive. Dodge 47 two-door 6-cylinder 3-speed Arizona car. Fender skirts can deliver. $3,800. $2,800. Man, look at that. Cheap. Almost too cheap. I will look at this later. Thank you so much for that, my friends. Anyway.
There's still 2 more packages.
Thought we were done. My mistake. My assistant was not paying attention. Holy moly. Oh! Nice. Look at that. Those are the disconnects.
Oh, hey! That's
Chad,
awesome.
Chad Winida?
Yeah.
Man, a whole box full.
You guys rock and love your show. Hopefully these will make disconnecting batteries easier. From Chad.
Well, thank you, Chad. I am obsessed with disconnecting batteries. I don't like having them, especially when they're in the garage. They keep saying I gotta paint it. You know, maybe I should watch what I say on the internet. There's no name on this. But thank you. 30-piece great brack something or other. Is there a name on it? No.
Just more paint sticks.
RLBW, Richmond, BC. Well, thank you very much.
You're never going to complain about paint sticks again.
I will complain about paint sticks till I'm blue in the face. Because this is how paint sticks should be. You know what the problem is? Murr's going to be borrowing paint sticks now, but there you have it. So get out there, screw stuff up. Don't let the internet or any of your friends, or it's raining again, tell you you're doing anything wrong.
And remember, the internet is full of lovely people.
Oh, yeah. I know I rant here, but honestly, there's way more nice people on the internet than there is negative people. And you guys clearly proved that.
And we really, truly, we appreciate you guys so much. This is amazing. You guys really get us.
Paint sticks. There we have it. Thanks for watching. Get wrenching. Screw stuff up. That's bird poop. We'll see you on the next video.